Tom Hanks being a grumpy old man. So, Lieutenant Dan? Chase Lee Hockey with the Blue Futon reviewing A Man Called Otto. This is based on a Swedish movie. I believe that's called A Man Called Ove, O-V-E, which if I'm not mistaken, was an Academy Award nominated film for Best International Film for Sweden. I say about 4 or 5 years back. But what's it about? Grumpy old man, Tom Hanks, lives in a small little street. Someone moves in across the street that are idiots. Well, technically, everyone around him are idiots, and now he's going to try to turn that frown upside down. So, did I like this film? Yes, I think it's a fun film. It's a good 2-hour movie. However, there are some agenda pieces in it where it didn't need to be in it. And it's one of those films where it says, you know what? This scene, you're going to cry. This scene, you're going to cry. And we are going to manipulate emotions, which sometimes you need a movie to do it. But here, they really do it 120%. So let's talk about the positives of the film. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks does a fantastic job in this film. He shines through in and throughout. I'm actually kind of shocked that this movie didn't get Tom Hanks a Golden Globe nom. This type of film feels like a Tom Hanks Golden Globe nomination style of movie, but who knows what happened. I think some of the side characters do add a little more oomph to the story, as well as his backstory. Going in, I wasn't expecting it to go so much flashbacks between him and his wife who passed away. Spoiler alert, not spoiler alert, it is in the trailer. So having that flashback scenes of what actually occurred in the past really does shine a light in the story. Also, there are mature theme elements in this movie. It has to do with suicide. And even though people consider suicide serious, it kind of puts a lightheartedness to the suicide of how he sucks at it. And it does put a smile on your face. And there is a pretty funny joke at the very end about having a big heart. So there are good elements to this story where you will have a smile on your face and tears will shed, especially at the very end, and other things that happen throughout the story. I don't know, I almost cried when the cat came out of the box. I'm like, oh, I want a kitty cat now. So, you know, sometimes I'm just an emotional mess, and this movie did hit it at the right moments. Some of the negatives, I will say, is I am a person that would like to know what some people are saying in different languages, have some subtitles. I understand they did it for a reason because this is real world kind of style, but the next door neighbor who's from Mexico, I'd say she was 50-50 English, Spanish, and I had no idea what she was saying on some of the time. I'd say I knew about 20% of her 100% of Spanish I was saying, so there was that issue, and I have to say it because I do say it in other movies like Puss in Boots. I docked it for that. So I'm not a hypocrite or double standard, just like Brandon Fraser. I wasn't raised no hypocrite, so if I'm gonna fault Puss in Boots, I gotta fault this movie as well. And then there's also someone in this movie called Malcolm. They completely put this in there for an agenda or something to say, ooh, look at us, we're putting, checking boxes in the film. Like I said, I'm not no hypocrite. If I'm gonna fault another movie for doing it, I'm sure she's gonna fault other movies. And this is another movie that said, okay, we need to check this box, check this box, and check this box. And it was so forced. I'm just like, okay, I understand what you're doing, and it's not needed whatsoever. Like, I just some backstories like that one, I don't really give a shit about. I could give two fucking shits about it. Period. Dot. End of subject. And then again, this is one of the movies where it's like, okay, you know where it's heading, you know where the script is going, and you know where the song or the score is going to come in, and you know the tears are going to flow. So it's very, manipulative of where we want you to cry. And that could be somewhat annoying of like, okay, I know that's coming, so don't cry. Overall, A Man Called Otto is a great film. I enjoyed it. Great story. It's a good 2 hours in the film. I think I was easily the youngest person in the theater, bar none. End of story. I would say the average age is about 70 years old in that film. So, you know what? I got to share it. What I'm really nervous about is seeing Magic Mike Last Dance. I don't know how I'm going to see that by myself. Anyway, A Man Called Otto will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 70%. So let's see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 69% with 182 of them. Audience score 97% with 250,000. Not surprised. Critic consensus. Check all cynicism at the door and allow a man called Otto to tug at your heartstrings with his tired and true tune. It just might sing. It's exactly saying what I'm saying, where it's going to tug on you exactly where it wants to be. A little manipulative, but whatever. 69, 70, 97. Chase Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Futontopia. You Booftonians, thank you for a fantastic day. And now I'm officially caught up with all the movies that have been released in theaters. I think next week is Fear, as well as Infinite Pool. But then I also have like 12 Sundance movies to watch. Better be a busy, busy week next week. And work. Blech.